Hi, everybody. Here's one more chance to take a look at our new English Language Development Unit Plan Creator. This is the annotated template that you have access to, and it mimics what you would have returned to you as soon as you click Submit on the Google form, the Creator tool. As soon as I finish with this video, I'll have that linked here as well. But up front is the Unit Plan Creator tool quick video tour. So at the first section, of course, we have all of the materials and information about the unit. And then we get to a section that was not on the form. This is the unit overview, and this is where we're connecting the integration of language and content using the mapping documents that North Carolina DPI has just created for us. And so what we're saying you can do is as simple as just clicking the content area that you're referencing. If you want to, you can go into that content area and then pull in some of the information from it. So you can look for the language expectations that you're teaching and then connect that to the mapped content area standards. Similarly, that happens in the unpacked section. So the yellow section here is our standard course of study, and it is our language expectations, which are going to be the bulk of our curriculum and our instruction now. For unpacked, again, you get to just pick and click whichever grade level you're working with. You could also delete the ones that you're not working with. There is a little caveat here. When you get to the unpacked standards, there's quite a lot of information. There's 2 columns, and I just want to point that out really quickly. That in the 2 columns, one side here on the left has a clarification and unpacked language functions, and the right has in the classroom. And I'm suggesting that if you're bringing and copying and pasting in from this document to your unit plan, that you use the left side in the green section and the right side in your learning plan with your lesson activities or your daily plans. And that's because this left side is giving you some clarifications and how we're going to unpack those language functions, which is each of these bullet points. And the right side gives you some specific strategies for in the classroom. It's not really a lesson plan, it's just how it might be done. So you could use it as a launch point. And also it brings in these sample language objectives, which are going to be really important maybe in your day-to-day lesson planning. So that gives you a little tutorial here, written tutorial here as well. Here is the backwards planning structure, and I've put some links here with big ideas to explain what we mean by transfer goals and what is called CUD, or the knowledge, understand, and do. And of course, we're using the word skills for that do. How we're trying to interpret this purple box is to let teachers choose the learning target language that fits best for your school and your students and your teaching style. So for so many, it's essential questions, and I tend to be a big fan of essential questions. And for others, it's I can statements or SWOBOTs, and all of them work. They really all do the same thing, which is let students know where we're going with today's lesson. Here's your place for key vocabulary, and I've linked Margarita Calderon's 7 Steps to Vocabulary. This is one more place that I didn't have you make those choices in the Google form, but I wanted to make sure you had access to these documents here. And so there's something that you would just be able to click the appropriate one. If you really want to, you can delete the ones that are not appropriate for you. Everything else is kind of lining up with what you had to do in the Google form. Here for instructional scaffolds, resources, and materials, we have hyperlinks to explain more about SIOP strategies. I think that links to the 99 ideas and activities, some ideas for sentence frames and stems, question stems, and this visible thinking routines takes you straight to the toolbox, the routine toolbox. This is the learning plan where you will start putting how you want to do your daily lessons. And I'll just suggest that if your school has a particular kind of template and formula that you need to bring in, you can add your cursor right here and make a little enter and then copy paste in the template that works for your school. Otherwise, I'm really hoping that this simplifies the process and you can just do day 1, day 2, day 3, and so forth. I needed to find a place to put this parent caregiver guide because it is just so useful and so good for us to know about, for us to keep in mind and use with our community of multilingual families. So I wanted to put it here, but this section is just really about how we're going to make sure that our students have ownership of the learning that they're doing. This last section is something I wanted to include for you because it helped me so much in improving my pedagogy. So my SciOp coach gave me this list of questions to ask myself after I taught my lessons or my units. And so what I found is that if I kept it in my lesson plan or my unit plan, I was able to write some thoughts about what went well and what didn't, what I thought I could improve, start implementing them back into the directions for my unit plan. Then I had them ready to go for the following year. I hope that works out for you as well. Thanks, everybody. Let me know how this is working out for you, what you'd like to see differently, or if you need any one-on-one time just to work on it together. I really want this to simplify your process and get you started so that you don't feel so overwhelmed with starting from scratch. All right, let me know how it goes. Thanks.